Sorry for the wait, ladies and gents. Got a little bit held up, but 5 minutes late. We're here now. It doesn't matter. How we doing? How are we doing? It's going to be our biggest crowd of the season tomorrow. I want to see you all in there. I want to see you all in there. It's going to be brilliant. I'm going to have to queue for the second game in this year. I've not had to queue at games for a few years before this. I think the last time I had to queue at a game before this season, disregarding Chelsea in the FA Cup, was when we were in the Premier League and actually playing half decent. Other than that, no matter what time, you just walk in at my gate anyway, and you're straight through. But I know at some it isn't that way. I know that John Uzzle on Twitter isn't too fond of the way the turnstiles work. And to be fair, I agree with him because I think because the quality of people's print at home tickets and e-tickets, and they're not very good. And then the stewards at our place, bless them, aren't great to exactly help them. So, it is what it is, but it's fine. We're on this... We've jumped on the roller coaster that is Hull City. We've got to stick with it. We've got to stick with it. And a few bumps in the road with dodgy tickets, as long as they don't take away from the footballing action, it's not too bad in the grand scheme of things. In case you're wondering how the ticket availability looks for this weekend, I'll go to chat in just a second, but I'll take my face off the screen so that you can see it fully, and we'll just go like that. As you can see, W6 you can't buy tickets in anywhere, but 7, 8 and 9 are all sold out. W4 and W5 are all sold out. As well, you can't buy tickets in E1, E2 or E3. You can't buy tickets in the Northeast either. But E4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11 are all sold out. The Northwest corner has just been opened today, I do believe, to free up more tickets in the West. And has N5 been sold out? I think N5 has been sold out as well. Oh, wow, that Alpine car is nice. That is naughty. That is naughty. I'm not going to show it, but I just had the stream open on a different tab. That is naughty. Woohoo! That is very nice. That is very nice. Anyway, back to the tickets. The only was N5 an allocated place to us? Let me find out. I think it was, but let me double check. No pay on the day at QPR. More seats. Oh no, it was just N6 and N7. So there's still space in N6 and N7, and that's N6. And that's N7. So they're still trying to fill that up. But then even the South Stand, look near me. Right, hang on. H8. Right. That's my dad. That's me. That's Harrison and Tilly I've bought tickets for. Who, for if you've been around here for a while. There's my granddad there. There's my dad's workmate there. There's my dad's workmate there. And his 3 children there, and there. So there's not very many seats left. I can't even, in fact, oh no, I can't put my legs out. Can't even put my legs out if I get, if I get a bit cramped up. Oh, what the hell. But no, it looks brilliant. City just announced that they've ticked over the 15,000 mark. It's looking nice. It's looking nice to have this stadium full. And then obviously all of this is away fans. All of that is shut. And as I say, all of this is corporate. So you'll have, if our bench is here, at the bottom of W6 on the W5 side, all along this bit. Can you see if I'm moving my cursor there? Let me know if you can see when I'm moving my cursor above W5 and W6. Just let me know. Just let me know. Can you see me wiggling it about? But you've seen that flash up, okay? Can you see it? Can you see it? I'll have to check it myself. I'll check it myself. That's just easier, isn't it? Right. My channel. Live preview. Right, let me just move my cursor around a little bit. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So where I'm moving this, so on this side here, all this bit will be City players who aren't playing up here. Then I don't know what it'll be down this side, but it is what it is. So I can look at chat now. Yay! Okay. So Mr. Temple is saying 4-1 City, KLP hat-trick. Owen reckons 4-0 City, Honeyman, KLP, Forson, Greaves. 1-0 City, crowd needs to get behind the players tomorrow. Do you think we'll get an emergency loan in or just keep Cartwright? I think we'll just keep Cartwright, to be honest with you. 20k tomorrow or a bit less. I think it'll be about the 16, 17k mark. I had serious ticket problems at Everton. Scanned it about 10 times. It didn't work. My dad was already in the stadium, so I was stuck outside with a lot of useless stewards with a lot of people queuing. Where'd you go to collect your tickets? Ticket office, yeah. Oh, Rundle's in E1. Interesting. He's wanting a scrap. How you doing, Max? All right. And yeah, if I'll tell you what, later in the stream, I'll put the link to StreamYard in chat, and from there, just get your predicted team ready if you think you're going to come on, and then you can just whack your predicted team out, nice and easy. I was at QPR, and our fans were amazing again. Can't fault out. People slag off our away support, but I honestly believe it's one of the best in the league. So let me check. I've got my predicted team. Have I want it? Yep. We'll go with that. Bench. Yeah, that'll do. So, Adrian had a dream. He's sat in N6. He wants more of a scrap than Owen does. Anyway, let's get on to actually giveaway winner for where is it? For these signed cards of Tom Eaves and Nathan Baxter. Now, it's taken me a while to get around to doing this because the giveaway was from the defeat against Preston, which was on the 5th of February. So I've taken a lot and then I said I'd draw it off on Friday, which I just didn't do. I drew it yesterday. It has gone to Stephen Kerry. So he has won that. He has confirmed to me that he's going to give them both to his grandson. So, yeah, I'm going to get these posted to him, I think, tomorrow. And I've got some more in reserve ready for giveaways. Don't you worry about that. I went and got some more made yesterday. I've got 3 of Shotter to give away. A Slater one, a signed Jones, Greaves, Bernard one. There's one of Wilkes there, and there's another one of Josh Emmanuel, which I had spare, which I don't think will ever happen unless I wait after a game. Anyway, if you're wearing red and white, then you'll go and you'll get a left and a right. God. But and then there's a signing event. There's a signing event at half term. Well, this week actually on Thursday, which I'll show you now, which I'm going to go to and get some more stuff done. So there's Force, Syed Manesh, Slater, and Liam Walsh all there. I'll get some. I've got some printed. I've got one of Slater printed for. Let me change this view. I've got one of Slater printed for me. I've got one of Force and Walsh printed for me. And Syed Manesh, that's the first media picture they've actually released of Aliyah, and he's overlaid by Regan Slater's arm. So I'm not sure what I'll do about that, but I'll get extras printed off. I'll give some away in the future, so don't worry about that. Not gonna lie, Max is hoping for the Deshaun Bernard one, and Adam is going to see him again tomorrow. Nice one. They've got sniffer dogs for tomorrow. Yes, they have. At the MKM in Reese. Well, from now on, I think especially around like E3 onwards, E4 onwards, there's going to be increased police presence and sniffer dogs. Okay? In case you want to know why, I'll tell you why. That's because people get the devil's white powder, sneak it in, and then they lock themselves in an E3 cubicle and just sniff. So a couple of my mates know people who do it, and they say she would just not tell them. So then they get done. So then they get done by the police. But then if people know that, surely they'll just do it before. My granddad said at the Everton game, he was in pub. He just got into the toilet before he left to go to the game, and there was this Everton fan. Hang on, have I got an Everton thing anywhere? Something that's just blue. God knows. Anyway, but there was an Everton fan who was just looking at himself. He was staring himself down in the mirror like this, right? He was staring himself down. Then he just said, "Up the fucking toffees," and sniffed 2 or 3 lines along his hand. My granddad said, "God." That reminds me of when one of the comedians on Mock the Week did questions omitted from this year's exams. He says, "There are 6 lines of equal length. How long will Kerry Katona be in the bathroom?" Brilliant banter. Lewis says, "Evening, Joe. Hope you're well." You too, Lewis. Picture's looking half decent considering how it looked on Saturday. Yes, people went on stadium tours today. If you want to book a stadium tour, by the way, you physically cannot. It is sold out. All stadium tours on Monday, on Wednesday, and on Friday are all sold out. So people who have booked on, who've gone and had a little look, have had a look at the pictures, they've looked over from a box, and they have seen the pitch looking quite nice. The groundsman has done absolutely incredible jobs. They've done brilliantly. And they had them at Sheffield United as well, the sniffer dogs. And Lee says, "Sniffer dogs, best hide by Pyro." Well, great following down at QPR on Saturday. It looked at Lee. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, and I'm glad you had safe travels there and back to Hull. Luke, welcome. Terry was in here earlier for you, mate. Lucas. I call you Lucas. Luke calls you Terry. Ashley's here as well. You've got all your mates here tonight, Luke. glad the pitch has been sorted. And Anthony Nana Dream got patted down at Sheffield United because they thought he had a pyro. Right. What else? Groundsmen have had no sleep. God, imagine being a groundsman. Imagine being a groundsman, and then you've got Hull FC just massacring your pitch in the middle of a storm. Yeah, not looking too great. Lucas is still here. Hope Ingram's okay. Trust, like I said to you, didn't see him move a muscle. Yeah, I've watched the incident back, mate. He was fully unconscious as soon as his head hit the floor. Because his head hit the floor first. All of his body weight coming down, all the force. Marcus force. No, as in force like Newton's force in physics. Just took all of his weight. So, and speaking of forcing, on my lane says he looked more confident against QPR. Now he scored, hopefully he can get on form. And that's what it's about for strikers. Shota said it. It's all about just getting on that, that positive. If you get a goal, it'll set you out nicely in the long run. I've got out of focus again, which is great fun. However, I'm back. Right, we'll plough on then with an ad read from FanHub. It's great. It's absolutely great. I've got a golden ticket code down there. It's got 3 uses left, which means you can skip the wait list and get your teeth straight into the FanHub app. Select your team as Hull City and keep track of every single game that you go to following the Tigers. What can you do on FanHub? Well, what can't you do? You can predict your team for the upcoming game. You get points based on how many correct players you predict. That's mine at the moment. There's no Harvey Cartwright option to select. So that's what this is what I filled in right after the game on Saturday. That's changed. I'm going to be honest. That has changed. And then, you can keep a track of your predicted team results. Can you scroll through? I think you can. If you can, I've forgotten how to do it. Anyway, then you're predicting team, travelling to games, and clicking this check-in button. It's open 60 minutes before kickoff. It runs right through the whole game. Check in and do the miles. That is what gets you your most points. You can then read articles based on not just your club, but any club from the Premier League all the way down to the National League, including the Scottish Premiership as well, for any team, anywhere. Podcasts, articles, videos, the lot. The absolute lot. And all of that contributes to your total fan score when you're putting a leadership when you're putting a league table like that against all the other, in my case, Hull City fans, and you've got to try and just be your best. It keeps a track of all the stadiums you've visited this season. You can see how many games you've attended at this stadium. You can see your lineup prediction accuracy, how many miles you've travelled to get to games, and how Hull City have played when you have been in the stadium. Not only does it contribute to your fan, not only does it contribute to your fan score, it also contributes to your fan fee balance. I've got 5,369 at the moment, and all of this is because the people at FanHub, Harley, and everyone else believe that fans should receive value for what they contribute to the game. So every time you check into a stadium or introduce a friend to FanHub using your own golden ticket codes, you'll get rewarded with fan fee. Look out. So you've got to just look out for updates that FanHub release on their Twitter, on their Instagram, on their website, on the app itself through notifications to get where you can exchange your fan fee balance for actual physical cash. As in that. It's all I've got in my wallet at the minute. nothing else in there. But you will get actual money for that if you exchange it in the windows that they give you. As you say, you get money, you get fan fee for every single time you check into the stadium. You also get it, in my case, for you guys viewing my content on the app, because I am a FanHub affiliated content creator. And as I say, you get it for referring someone else. So that's got 3 uses left. Get FanHub downloaded using the code OLD-25K to jump the queue and get immediate access to FanHub. I have got a hell of a lot of chat messages. So, emergency goalkeeper signing potentially incoming. I don't think so, because Ingram depending what happens, we don't know, but Baxter should be back soon. And I agree with Lewis. Surely got to give Cartwright a chance. Goalkeeper coach has told Shotter to give him a chance, because he's a quality young keeper. He's Cartwright. He's played for England at under 19 level, and he's been called up for them at under 20s. Yet to make an appearance, but he's been called up for them at under 20s. So, yeah. Cartwright's a good young keeper. He commanded his box really well when he came on the other day and made a couple of fantastic saves. Matt Ingram probably have to wear the same helmet as Petr Cech. Yeah, maybe. But I don't think it's the same nature of that as that injury. He was immediately fine when he was in hospital, and we'll talk about that in just a second. Yeah, Cartwright definitely deserved a shot. Didn't look too bad against QPR. Aliyah and Baxter, hopefully back just before Peterborough. Now, how that correlates to what they actually feel, I have no idea, but that's the hope. If not, I think it'll be for West Brom. Just bagged some Peterborough tickets. Nice. Didn't make a mistake. Couldn't do much, but exactly, the goal wasn't his fault. Hope say Admanesh scores soon. He always looks like he does. Lucas is 16th on FanHub at the moment. Imagine if Carey gets injured. Well, we've got David Robson, Harry Fisk, and just in case, right? Just in case, we've got Thomas McCauley. We've got a lot of good young keepers, so we'll be fine. I forget to check in all the time. Oh, God. I always forget to do articles and stuff, and I forgot my predicted team on Saturday. I was going to do Peterborough away, but my mate spent all the money, because we've got Harvey Cartwright. Yeah, he did really well. Did the lad from Grimsby. Tan. He's got his team and score, banging some Luton tickets when they come out. Nice one. 6 out of 8 of my away days I've forgotten I've not been able due to connection to check in at the game, and a few home games you forgot too. Right, should we crack on then with some team news? I say we crack on with some team news. I'll let you lot sign back up to FanHub afterwards. But this is the most important bit. Team news. Matt Ingram will be absent for a minimum of 2 weeks through concussion protocol after a nasty head injury on Saturday versus QPR. Ingram was taken to hospital immediately after being stretchered off at the Kian Prince Foundation Stadium, and he responded well in hospital, did Matt Ingram, and the goalkeeper remembered what had happened, and he was visited by owner Adjun Ilagela before he jetted off back to Turkey. As much as some of you lot might not like to say it, Ehab would have done exactly the same. But it's nice to see that Adjun's getting himself integrated with the playing squad as well. Ryan Longman was also substituted due to injury in the 82nd minute of the QPR fixture. There has been no update given on Ryan Longman yet, because the club don't do midweek press conferences, and Shotter didn't say anything on Saturday. So we'll have to wait for that. And Tom Eaves missed the 1-1 draw versus QPR on Saturday through injury. From what injury, Shotter didn't say. Malik Wilkes, metatarsal injury, could be fit to face his former club, Barnsley. Louis Coyle, hamstring for 2 to 3 weeks. Aliyah Admanesh with his groin. Nathan Baxter with his illness and what sounds like a hand injury from what Shotter's been saying. Randall Williams with his unknown injury for about 3 to 4 weeks now, we're thinking. And Josh Emmanuel with his illness all remain out injured. Have you all taken that in? Good. Nathan Baxter, I don't know what that means, Dean. What do I put on FanHub for when I've heard of them? Because I heard of them from you, but it's not an option. What do you put on FanHub? Just rephrase that a little bit. I don't understand what you mean. How you doing, Henry? All right. And Ashley, you not Wilkes. We got no players. We actually have. And on loan watch, James Scott was, when he was brought on for Hibernian the other day, was booed onto the pitch by his own fans. Bless him. It's a shame because I always had faith in James, and I kind of need him to come back in pre-season to, well, for one purpose and one purpose only. Ta-da! Like for the sign-up thing, it asks you where you heard of them. What options does it say? What options? Does it say through advertising, through a friend? Tell me what it says. Any clue on what's actually wrong with the manual? Not to speculate, but I've heard three things. I'm not adding any more into the fray here. I'm just outlaying what I've heard. They're probably not true. Okay, so I've heard a heart attack, a stroke, and an infection. But people have said on this very stream that he's at games, he seems fine, he's signing stuff after games. So, you know, it's a case of just biding our time with Josh and hoping that he'll be back. He's out of contract at the end of the year, and I feel as though we owe him another season because he's not really had anything this term, has he? He's had about 4 appearances, and that's it. We could do a Randall Williams back with his pace. Thought he played well versus Everton and Blackburn. He did. He played really, really well. Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, fan podcast, fan blog, forum friend, FanHub website. You can click friend or fan vlog, mate. Depends what you see me as. Saw Emmanuel after the Swansea game. He seemed fine. Right, an interesting one. Give Wilkes back to Barnsley when they're back in League One. I think Dean meant back in early March. Yeah. Okay, that does make sense. That makes sense. Sorry, I misunderstood you, Dean. Leave it there. The referee then is Stephen Martin. The two liners are Alkel Housen and Jeffrey Liddle. The fourth official is Big Marky Edwards. Quick look in chat. Infection, unless it's some kind of STI. Oh. Wow. God, but yeah, if you think, it was before the Middlesbrough game, wasn't it? Hang on a second. Excuse me. I think he's been missing since November. I'm not going to Google how long it takes for one of those infections to clear up because, in fact, it was before Middlesbrough. Right. I'm going to have to go on private search here. Because if it takes 4 months... Right. Private search. How long the... Yep, I agree. 2 weeks for an antibiotic. It's Ashley. Yeah, he's he's definitely not got one of them. I've not just Googled that in my free time. By the way, I should probably take that off and move it back to normal search, shouldn't I? Nice haircut, cheers. I don't think my barber's done a particularly great job here. I'll tell you why. So, I've rocked up to Morpho's Barbers on Anlaby Road. You've got the usual fella who owns the place. He's stuck. Hang on. Right. So you've got usual fella who owns the place. He's equipped. He's usually ready. Then you've got the new guy who's getting on with it. He's getting on with it. He's doing his thing. But then you've got just a bit over this side. You've got the YTS. In case you're wondering what that means, youth training scheme. He's a bit less equipped. He's got scissors on one finger. He's learning the ropes. Now, Big Boss Man wasn't in today. He was taking a day off. He had a day off. Imagine if the barber's watching. So the Big Boss Man was usually off. He's usually in. But he had a day off today. He had a day off. So the recently employed took his role. And then the YTS took on the second chair, which I went in first because I thought my dad's not going to want him. Where he's done a really good job on the sides. He's taken a decent amount off the top. However, there's just some little tufty bits that stick out, which he's not fully got. And then my dad's not too happy with his. He tried to do a high fade on my dad, where if I show you a photo of my dad, which I now won't. But in case you're wondering, my dad hasn't got a full head of hair. He's sort of like that, where it's more towards the middle. He's got no hair here, but he's got sides and a decent amount on the top. It sort of slims out as you get to here. He tried to do he says, "Oh, I'll do the high fade for you. It'll look really good." He goes, "No, I'm blending it in. Blend it in. Just blend it all in." Yeah. Well, when I tell you that my dad's 51, he's not exactly going to want a skin fade, is he? A high fade at the top. But no, just blend it in. FanHub code, Tan Kesler. There. OLD-25K. There we go. Not related, but Putin's giving a TV speech tonight. Looks like we're kind of war. Oh, God. No, bloody Russia, eh? Bloody Russia. Unless you're saying, I've been convinced by the US with nicer trade deals to not go to war with you, to not try and invade Ukraine. So we're calling the whole thing off, which you won't do. But Ashley's probably right. Yeah. We're going to war. What else is there? The game Emmanuel was said ill. I was actually speaking to him at the bottom of the West. God. Luke's back. Cheers, mate. Cheers. £2 tickets, yeah? £2 tickets, Rocco. Looking good. Right, we've been going for 35 minutes. Christ. I'm going to try and rattle through this then. Stats. I can't get rid of this eBay ad, so David James gets some nice advertising. We had less possession than QPR, which means less passes, considerably less passes. But 6 shots, which ain't bad. 2 on target, of course. Well, Wilford hitting the post counts as an Opta shot on target. So that means hitting the bar does as well, but I'm not sure about anything else. Not sure if it counts for anyone else. Anyway, tackles, more than them, nice, and less fouls because we're not. We're not mean people. We are not mean people. Okay. Wait, what? Okay. Yeah, Right. Hold on. I'm just going to show you this because I was mega confused. I know a lot of you won't care, but doubt anything will happen here. Prob's just supplying troops. Yeah, it'll be America that does it all. And then we'll just support Biden because Boris is a bitch. That's Nicholas Humphrey's predicted team. Carrot in goal. Bernard, Elder, and Greaves are back three. Honeyman, Walsh, and Smallwood the midfield three with Longman and Lewis Potter the wingers. And then Monka playing behind Marcus Force. Yeah, I agree with Ashley, but I don't. Just to put you all at ease, if you're worried about the threat of war on Russia, I think I'm in agreement with Ashley. I don't think anything will happen here. I think we'll be safe, but might get the odd Putin saying, "I come inject your prime minister with Novichok," which will arguably be a good thing. It will be a good thing. Actually, at my local park today, this was spray painted on the old local football team that plays their clubhouse. One rule for them, one for us. Tory scum. And then the highlighted letters SCU. It should have done the M in a different colour because then it just says scum in two different ways. Bloody hell, graffiti artist. Don't reckon a small invasion will send an entire planet into it. Well, it is Russia. So on Saturday, no injured players are expected to return versus Barnsley. And is that support from France for Ukraine, or you're watching me from France? Who knows? Oh, by the way, did you see when Putin and Macron met? The table that they were sat along was about 5 meters long because Macron didn't want to have a Russian PCR test because they were worried that the Russians would steal his DNA. So he was still allowed in the country, but so they were sat at a distance because Putin didn't want to get COVID. So, do I know about Emmanuel? No. Well, I know he's a footballer from England who's a right back. We signed him from Bolton. His name's Joshua Emmanuel. But other than that, I don't know what's wrong with him, but he seems fine, people say. Russians shouldn't No, if you say Russians, if you say Russians shouldn't rush into war, that'd be better. That'd be fine. I mean, supporting Hull City from France. Oh, fair enough. Hopefully Eves and Wilkes return to the squad. Hopefully. About his injury or when he collapsed. He's not injured, mate. Well, nobody knows what's wrong. Nobody knows what's wrong with him, so who knows? Right, we got distracted by the threat of Russia invading Ukraine. So, head-to-head for Barnsley, then their keeper, I believe it's been Brad Collins in recent weeks. I can double check though. It has been Bradley Collins, yep. As for their defence, Callum Britton was a decent player. Helix is a decent player. Midfield, Claudio Gomez is a decent player. Herbie Kane, former Tiger, we'll get onto him in a sec. Domingos Keane is a fantastic player on loan from Watford. And Callum Stiles, I'm surprised nobody's nicked him yet. They've got Victor Adebayo and Devante Cole. Larry Seca's a decent player. Obiulare was at Watford a few years ago in the Premier League. And Collie Woodrow is their captain. So they've got a different they've got a different manager to what it was last time. They had Josef Laumann as assistant, who was assistant manager before it was his first game in interim charge. But now they've got Poyarash Bargi in there leading the team with his assistant Ferran Sibila. So Barnsley, what are we thinking? And I'll quickly show you this. For those who are interested in F1, let's have a look. Am I going to Peterborough? Yes. And listening to you talk about politics is low-key. God, I'm all right, Giva. How you doing? I'm scared to lose against Barnsley. God, if we do lose, wow. The ref was bad as the Fulham game. Good God, help us, we won't get anything, yeah. Sayed Manesh is injured, yep. Josh Emmanuel has a leg injury. Not sure I've heard that. I believe Woodrow hasn't been in the squad for 2 months, so interesting. We're after Orjan. Why would we be after him from Bournemouth? Why would they want to get rid of him? I don't see us signing as an emergency loan keeper, to be honest with you. And Tan Kessler. Cheers, Connor. Right. On an unrelated note, this is the Alpine livery in F1 for this season. Pretty nice. But however, for the first 2 races of the season in Bahrain and Saudi Arabia, they'll run it inverted to celebrate their new partnership with BWT. I personally think that is belting. That is horrible. That is belting. Right, anyway, I know you probably don't care about F1. Orjan Neeland on a free, someone said on Twitter. According to J_Atkinson4. I'm pretty sure it's waffle. But Nana won't be a bad signing, so if we get him, it's all right, but he won't play, will he? We've got Baxter, and as soon as Baxter comes back, he's got to be straight back in. Hang on a second. Oh, we're just talking about Ukraine. French President Emmanuel Macron's office have announced that US President Joe Biden and Russian President Vladimir Putin have agreed in principle to a summit, which can only be held under the condition that Russia does not invade Ukraine. Interesting one. Interesting one. And breaking news from the BBC, this is 23 seconds ago. Russia to recognise the independence of 2 breakaway regions of Ukraine controlled by Russian-backed separatists in a move likely to escalate the fears of an invasion. Well, there's going to be a queue in. There's going to be a queue down Oxford Street as Liz Truss tries to find an atlas. Connor's now not become Tan Kessler anymore, and he has said listening to me talk about politics is essential. Just shake hands and leave each other in peace. Yeah. Never seen the Alpine car. I quite like the Alpine, but I think the pink. I don't like the full pink livery they're doing for the first two. Alpine West livery this season. Nah, for me, that's Haas. It's just last year's, but worse. Imagine you on Saturday Social on Sky. God. I'm time with all this Russia-Ukraine nonsense. Yeah. How you doing, Lee? All right? See you tomorrow. I hope we can get Ben Foster in the summer. They got Freddie Woodman from Newcastle. Now's their choice. I'm not sure. I think he's a free agent. Yeah, I think he's a free agent. Yeah, I think he's a free agent. And Barnsley haven't won away all season. God, that fills me with confidence. We don't want World War III. Oh no! Tan Kessler is a separate entity. Or unless he's just got two separate iPads. We've got distracted talking about Russia again, haven't we? Right. Should we do current form? Let's do current form. Okay, let's do current form. Barnsley, last 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll keep that because it's against championship opposition. A 1-0 defeat to Cardiff, a 1-0 defeat to Huddersfield, a 2-1 defeat to Luton. They beat QPR though, but they lost to Coventry. So, I'm rubbing my hands at this one. I'm rubbing my hands. Us, in our last 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 defeats, 2 draws. Not in the best of form, but under our new manager, we have won a game. And I like how Shota has integrated the previous tactics that the players are used to playing and bled them into his own. He's gone from 3-5-2 there to 3-4-3 to 3-4-3 to 4-3-3 to 4-3-3 to 4-3-3. So it's nice that he's got some awareness about what the players are used to and he's tried to blend that through. I think that's quality from Shota. Can I bash the pillow in the background against my ginger head? No. Barnsley are bottom. And I believe Collie Woodrow hasn't been in Barnsley team for a month or 2. Interesting one. League table now then. Barnsley are in fact bottom. And I'll get that for you right now. Actually, I've just realised what I've been showing you. You've not been able to see fully. So I forgot to change the display. Anyway, there we are. So Barnsley are bottom. Now, Peterborough have just about to embark on a change of manager. Darren Ferguson has left Peterborough has left the role of Peterborough manager for the 3rd time. Has he done sacked, resigned, gardening leave, hat trick though? No. This one he's resigned. I think one of them he's been sacked. He's not done the perfect hat trick yet. But Peterborough. I think their new manager is going to be Grant McCann, you know. I think their new manager is going to be Grant McCann. And I think on Saturday he's going to come back to haunt us. He's going to shake hands with Shota Avaladze on the touch. How you doing, Shota? Yeah. How's it going? How's it going in my job? Is it all right? Yeah. Well, best of luck. And then he's going to batter us about 8-0 just out of spite. And then he'll say afterwards, well, you know, look, I was enjoying my time at Hull. It was fantastic. I had a great group of players there. Some fantastic. Assam and Ehab were fantastic with me. The new owner, when I spoke to him, and the director of football there, they're screwed on and they had a vision for what they wanted to do with the club. But you know, I had a vision too. I had my transfer targets. I was gonna get Malik Wilkes. I was gonna get Aaron McLean. I was gonna get Malik Wilkes again. So you know, I had my targets, but they chose to get rid of me, which is fair enough. And I wish the club all the best for the future. But you know, I'm here. I've got to do a job here now, and I think I've got a great squad of players here that me and Cliffy have inherited. So that's my rubbish impression, everybody. Grant will be able to outwit us with Peter because he knows all the players inside out. Yeah, he does. And he knows how Shotter will play a 4-3-3 as well, because he did the exact same thing. The Reading Music Festival is better than the football team. They've just sacked the manager as well. They've got Paul Ince in interim charge now. Grant would be like, feels good winning 8-0 rather than losing the same score. Thanks, Lucas. And nice impression, thanks. You're the first person to ever say that. But Barnsley are at the bottom, quite a way adrift. And I think beating them would put us out of reach of them no matter what they do. Because we are on double their points. So if we get over double that with what will be 14... No. What will be 12 games to go. Fine. Then we beat Peterborough again. That's it again. We beat Peterborough. That puts us, if we win Barnsley as well, that puts us on almost double their points total. So, hang on. I'm getting shouted at. Hang on. Right. My tea's ready. So, I was told it would be ready at 7, so I was taking my time with this. I was taking my time. But I've got to rattle through it now because I've got a chicken korma waiting for me downstairs. Right. Around the grounds then, on Championship Matchday 34, Swansea versus Bournemouth has been postponed. Preston play Nottingham Forest. All of these quarter to 8 kickoffs, by the way, until specified. Preston play Nottingham Forest. Middlesbrough play West Brom. We play Barnsley, of course. Bristol City face Coventry. And the 8 o'clock game is Reading versus Bristol City. On Wednesday, all quarter to 8 kickoffs. Stoke versus Luton. Huddersfield versus Cardiff. Sheffield United versus Blackburn. Fulham versus Peterborough. QPR Blackpool. And Derby County versus Millwall. I'm sorry this is going to end in a bit of a rush because I've had some good fun here. I've had some really, really good fun. But I was told T would be 7. So, I was ready and stuff. Memorable match when we went to Oakwell a few years ago and lost 3-1, but Keane Lewis Potter scored his first goal that day. Our team on that day was a 4-3-3 of George Long in goal. Back four was Eric Lehigh, the captain, Reece Burke, Jody Device and Callum Elder. Campbell Grzycki on the left, Josh Bowler on the right, midfield 3. Jackson Irvine, Dan Batty and George Honeyman. Jared Bowen up top on his own. The bench was Matt Ingram, Ryan Tapazzoli, Tom Eves, Stephen Kingsley, Matthew Pennington, Keane Lewis Potter and Leonardo da Silva Lopez. Then earlier this season, this was our third win of the season. Yeah, Russia have wasted my time. I'd rather have a chicken coma than a chicken korma. God. Last time out against these guys then, it was a 2-0 win with Honeyman and Lewis Potter scoring the goals. Our team that day was Nathan Baxter in goal, making his first league start for us with Grant McCann as manager. The back four was Louis Cole, Deshaun Bernard, Jacob Greaves and Callum Elder. Midfield 3 was Smallwood, Honeyman and Doherty. Wilkes on the right, Lewis Potter on the left and Josh McGuinness up top. The bench was Matt Ingram, Josh Emmanuel, Andy Cannon, Ryan Longman, Sean McLaughlin, Matt Smith and Tyler Smith. In fact, no, it was before Birmingham, Lewis. You were right. I knew it was before a win, but I just forgot which one. Right. Quick one record. I'm going to wrap this up as quick as I can. We'll have a look at the top, the overall stats. It's very close between wins and losses. There's 1 in it. So if we win this one and we equal what we do against Barnsley. So our last 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A 1-0 win, a 1-1 draw, a 3-1 loss and a 1-0 loss, and a 2-0 win for us. Right, quickly moving on to shared shirts, where I will share with you a man by the name of Herbie Kane. We had him on loan from Liverpool in 2020 in 9 appearances on loan. He scored twice before his loan spell was cut short due to injury. And at Barnsley, he's with them now. He's out on loan at Oxford at the minute. 28 games for them so far. No goals for Herbie. Yeah. What happened to letting people join in make their predictions? Make my tea. I was lied to. I was absolutely lied to. My predicted team, then we'll quickly rattle through this. Shotter Avalanche's 4-3-3 formation with in goal, Harvey Cartwright, right back Sean Bernard, centre back Jacob Greaves, Sean McLaughlin, left back Brandon Fleming will come back in. Central midfield, Smallwood the captain, Honeyman and Slater will come back in over Alfie Jones. On the right, Ryan Longman, because I think he will be fit, judging by the fact that Shotter didn't say anything. Left wing, KLP, up top, Marcus Force. The bench, David Robson, Callum Elder, Alfie Jones, Malik Wilkes, Greg Doherty, Tyler Smith, and Liam Walsh. Right. Finally, then, my predicted score. Now, I think we'll do really well. I think we'll do well. I can see us winning 2-0 again. And the goal scorers will be Marcus Force and I reckon Sean McLaughlin. Oh, bad one. Oh, bad one. How's that? Right. Cheers for watching this one, everyone. I'm sorry it's ended a bit quicker than I'd have hoped. But here's what it is. I'll see you tomorrow for the Matchday vlog. It's going to be a good one. Take care. Goodbye.